Good morning, dear students. Today I am going to teach the second poem of English poetry, The True Beauty, composed by Thomas Carew. Dear students, I am going to explain the whole poem into English. So, without wasting time, let us start the poem. I am going to read the first stanza. All of you will listen carefully. He that loves a rosy cheek. Rosy cheek. Here in the opening line of this stanza has a metaphor figure of speech, because rose and cheek have been identified to each other. Rose has been compared to cheek because the color of cheek is as red as a rose, or the color of cheek is as pink as a rose, or a coral lip admires. In the second line has also a metaphor figure of speech, because coral and lip both have been identified to each other. Coral means a precious stone. In Hindi we call it moonga. The color of coral is a faint red as lip. Admires means praises. Or from star-like eyes doth seek. See the third line. Or from star-like eyes doth seek. Here, in this line has a simile figure of speech, because star and eyes both are different things. They have been compared by using the words of comparison like so and as. Or from star-like eyes doth seek. This line has a simile figure of speech. Fuel to maintain his fires. Fuel to maintain his fires. Maintain means keep up. Fires means deep love. This line has also metaphor figure of speech, fuel and fire. As old time makes these decay. This line has personification figure of speech. Old time has been personified as a human being. Old time is abstract thing or abstract idea. Decay means destroy, ruin, damage. So his flames intensity of love must waste away, come to an end. Now I am going to explain line by line. See it. In the opening stanza of this beautiful lyric, before teaching the poem, I would like to tell you about the lyric. I am going to tell the definition of lyric. Lyric is a short subjective poetic composition in which the poet expresses his own thoughts and feelings in his own musical way. It was the definition of lyric. Now, see the explanation. In the opening stanza of this beautiful lyric, the poet is describing about physical beauty. He that loves a rosy cheek. The poet says that the man or the lover who loves the rosy cheek of his darling or beloved or beloved, or a coral lip admires, or he admires the coral lips of his darling, or from star-like eyes doth seek. Seek means look for, or the lover or from star-like eyes does seek fuel to maintain his fires, or the lover tries to keep the love of fire burning from beautiful star-like eyes of his darling. In the other words, I can say that as we use fuel to keep the fire burning for a long time, in the same way, a lover also keeps on looking into the star-like eyes of his darling to maintain the fire of his deep love. As old time makes these decay, so his flames must waste away. But in the concluding two lines of this stanza, the poet says that as old time attacks and destroys or ruins the rosy cheeks, coral lips, and star-like eyes of his darling, he also, or his deep love also, comes to an end with the passage of time. As time passes, the beauty or the physical beauty also comes to an end. In the other words, I can say that the lover's love to his darling comes to an end with the passage of time, because physical beauty is temporary. It is related to our physical parts. It is related to our body. And dear children, you know that our body is mortal. It dies. So in the same way, as his beloved loses her physical charms, he also loses his intensity of love to her. He does not love her when she grows old. So I hope that all of you have understood the first stanza clearly. Now I am going to explain the second or the last stanza of this beautiful poem. But a smooth means constant and steadfast mind, steadfast, firm, gentle thoughts, pure thoughts, and calm desires, quiet desires, wills, wishes, hearts with equal love combined, mixed, kindle, produce, excites, never dying, never ending, or permanent fires means love. Where these are not, I despise means criticize or hate, dislike, lovely cheeks or lips or eyes. In the second stanza or in the last stanza of this beautiful poem, the poet is describing about spiritual beauty, which is permanent, because spiritual beauty is related to our soul, heart, pure thoughts, and calm desires. So these beauties never die. These beauties never come to an end. They are permanent. The poet Thomas Carew was also a great supporter or a great lover of spiritual beauty, because he was a student of metaphysical poetry of his school of John Donne. So in the second stanza, the poet is glorifying the spiritual beauty. He says that, but a smooth and steadfast mind, but a constant and firm mind, pure thoughts and calm desires, and hearts mixed with equal love, produce never ending or permanent love. Where these are not, I despise lovely cheeks or lips or eyes. The poet says that where I don't find all these beauties, or in the velvet in which he does not find all these beauties, like constant and steadfast mind, pure thoughts, calm desires, and hearts combined with equal love. He criticizes, he hates or he dislikes, such beautiful and lovely cheeks are coral lips are star-like eyes of his darling, because these beauties are everlasting. They can die anytime. Dear students, I hope that all of you will have understood this poem clearly. I want to say, if you like the poem, subscribe the channel and like and share the video also. Thank you.